What's going on, everybody? My name is Quentin Ivy. Happy New Year to you. Today we're going to be talking about drones and why I wasn't going to get one, but I got one anyway. Shout out to my wife for that. Let's go. So like I was saying, I was never going to get a drone, never intended on doing it. I just didn't see a point for me at that time in the past. The DJI drones were running $799 and above, and I just couldn't justify paying $799 for something that I really didn't have an urgent use for. But then later last year, I saw a preview of the DJI Mini 2. I looked it up and looked at the features, and I was like, that might fit in my price bracket, and I can kind of see what I could use it for. So I did a little bit more research and found out as much as I could about it, and I bought it. Actually, I didn't buy it. My wife bought it for me as a gift, but you know, like I said, shout out to her. And here it is. Real itty bitty bitty bitty. Itty bitty. It's really small. Like, you see my hand? That's how big it is. Real itty bitty. So starting off, the DJI Mini 2 shoots 4K video, shoots RAW and JPEG photography, has a 31-minute max runtime on one battery, and has a 10-kilometer transmission distance. That means it can get out there and you won't lose signal, which was one of the problems I always ran into or worried about. I didn't run into it because I didn't have a drone. I had a drone, but it wasn't going no 10 kilometers. But anyway, has a level 5 wind resistance, which means it's not just going to tilt with any kind of wind. It probably will blow over because it is a small drone, but whatever. And it's 249 grams. Why that's important? Because FAA requires you to register any drone that's above 250 grams. So this one's just below 249 grams, 250 grams, and it actually says so on the side. Wait a minute. Forget it. It says it on the side. Probably the biggest difference with this drone and the other DJI drones is this one does not have active track, but it does have different modes that allow you to achieve some kind of cinematic and a variety of video and photographic shots. It also has a cinematic, a normal mode, and a sport mode, which basically references the speed of the drone. So cinematic would be a little bit slower for more control. Normal is just like your normal mode, and sport mode just gives you complete and utter control, and the controls are real responsive on the controller. So as I said before, it comes with a couple of intelligent and quick modes that allow you to achieve some pretty neat effects. The first mode is the rocket mode. The rocket mode basically just goes straight up and shoots you. It gradually goes from eye level to straight up, and it gives you that kind of top-down feeling. The next mode is a circle mode. If you want that dramatic looking footage where you're sitting on the edge of a cliff for some reason, or standing on a cliff and you want that surrounding kind of panning shot, or if you want to do some video footage and make it real dramatic, that's what you do. It also has a helix mode, which is similar to that, except it starts in close and then turns around your body or whatever the subject that it's tracking is, and then it goes further out and then it comes back. The next one is the droney mode, which you've seen a lot, where the drone starts where the camera is and then it slowly goes out and up at whatever distance you set, anywhere from 25 to I think like 100 something meters. The last mode is a boomerang mode. The boomerang mode basically does the same thing as the helix mode, except it starts at eye level or whatever level you put it at. It slowly goes around whatever you're tracking, goes all the way out, and then comes right back into where it started, like a boomerang. So those are the modes you have. You also have a couple other modes for photography. Has a wide mode, 180-degree mode, and a sphere mode. But from what I just saw testing it out, I think you have to stitch it all together, or you could probably use the app to kind of stitch it together. I didn't try it yet, but it gives you a couple of different ways to kind of view your photography. I posted a picture before a couple of days ago where I just flew it straight up in the morning and caught all that fog and everything in the distance and went out a little bit, man. So that gives you those kind of opportunities, and that's why I like the drone so much. And I think that it's a good buy for me anyway, and it wasn't a waste of money because it wasn't that expensive. I mean, in comparison to the other item. The drone uses an app that you download onto your phone, your iOS or your Android device, and it gives you complete functionality with your drone through that app. Allows you to look at your pictures, set the modes, and it also allows you to view where your drone is via Google Maps. And if you ever lose your drone, you have the Find My Drone function that allows you to search for the last known location of your drone or find it if it's still running. That's if you go out into the boondocks and land it in some random place. Hopefully you don't do that, but if you do that, the function is there for you to find it. You can actually switch to Google Maps and it'll give you a route like it would any other location straight to your drone. So it's pretty dope. So why is the drone good to have for me? Well, it adds additional capabilities for videos in 4K. So if I want to do some aerial shots, or if I ever shoot any kind of film, I can use that as an extra camera angle to get an establishing shot, a wide angle, some dramatic footage or whatever. But yeah, it's just another tool for photography and videography if I choose to do that. Another reason why I got the drone is because it's really easy to fly. I've had a couple of other drones before, but they were like the cheap protocol drones that you get out of like Best Buy, and they're good for practicing, but they don't hover, so you're constantly having to press up and keep it elevated. You spend more time trying to keep it above ground. There's no sensors, they're pretty cheap, and the cameras are always garbage, usually 720p or worse, and they're just garbage. They're good to fly, good for practicing, but that's pretty much it. You want to spend $60 on a drone, that's the one you get if you don't want to worry about breaking it. But if you're really serious about using the drone for creative purposes, I would just jump to something like the DJI Mini 2. Finally, the drone allows me to kind of expand my photography business. I know it's been kind of slow last year. This kind of opens up the door for real estate photography. You can offer or upcharge for video of it panning around the house or home or whatever they're selling and doing some really dramatic shots, so you can upcharge for that. I would, because it is a business. Those are the main reasons why I bought the drone. And there's unlimited reasons how you could use the drone. It's just really up to your creativity. But that's all I have right now. Just wanted to kick that to you. The DJI Mini 2 is what you're looking for. There's a couple other drones out there. See what's in your budget. See if you even really need it, and get it if you need it. If you don't worry about it. And also, you can also rent it from Aperture Rent if you need to, because I'm sure they have it. And I wish this was a sponsored video, but it's not at all. But rent it. You can always rent equipment if you need it. You don't always have to buy it. And before I forget, I am going to be working on some designs that I'll be putting on Teespring. Here's one. Here's my Compose, Shoot, Review, Repeat shirt, and that was my experimental one, so that's available now if you would like to get one if you are creative. But I'll be coming out with a bunch of other designs where my intent is to actually do drawings and then have them converted into t-shirt designs, so I can have stuff that nobody else has. I guess most people go on there and they just put some type on there and they sell a shirt. But I want to make my stuff a little bit different, a little bit more unique. So be looking out for that. I'm working on some designs now, so stay tuned. But yeah, that's all I have. We'll check you out in the next one. Peace out. God bless you.